Well, good afternoon. Look at this wonderful t-shirt. Thank you to Matt Stannard. Met up with Matt today for a coffee. Pick up my Christmas present, which was a wonderful half and half scarf, Ipswich and Newcastle. You know, everybody, how much I love half and half scarves. Anyway, I digress. This is a day early. Kieran's done his presser today, so I thought I'll get the Crystal Palace matchday preview show out. So it's a lovely day for a walk. Out we go. T-shirt on. Might wear it at Palace on Saturday maybe. And yeah, a few thoughts from Kieran's presser. Firstly, we will go for 150 likes. And I'll tell you what, the darts is on tonight. It's from Brighton. 180 likes. Thank you very much. Also hit the subscribe. I think we are about 20 away from hitting 8,300. So come on, got to be 20 of you out there who hasn't subscribed. Hit the button and let's get to that next milestone. Anyway, Kieran done his presser today. Lots of injury news. We'll start with the bad. Axel Tuanzebe is out of Saturday's game with his hamstring injury. He's also having a quick operation on his thumb, which obviously he cut at home. He's going to take the opportunity to have that bit of surgery while he's out injured. Also, Sammy Smodic's ankle surgery. If I was a betting man, I don't think he'll play much more this season. So that's Sammy on the injury table. Connor Chaplin working his way back to fitness. Calvin Phillips is fit. He's trained today, so I would expect him to probably be on the bench at Palace on Saturday. Amari and Julio Enciso, they're training, so I think we need them back. So they could be fit. Aro Muric is out. He's had an injection in his shoulder. But Christian Walton will be back on the bench, hopefully, all being well, on Saturday. So I think that's about it. There's one other two knocks and strains they're still assessing. So we'll have to wait and see when that lineup drops at 1:45 on Saturday afternoon at Selhurst. So we'll see who we've got available. But if this is just my lineup at the minute, if we've got these players back in, I think we go with a back three. Obviously, Alex Palmer in the nets. O'Shea, Wolfie, Jacob Greaves. Kieran was asked today, some people do my brain in, and I've had a few people in the comments, can't we play Leif Davis in front of Connor Townsend? No, because they're both left backs. We don't play with a wide left player. We're inverted 10s. It doesn't work. It wouldn't work. Leif Davis would not be able to play that role. He wouldn't be, he'd be picking up the ball in different areas. He'd be picking up the ball with his back to goal. No, won't work. So I'm going to go with Connor Townsend at left back. Nothing against Leif, because I'm a massive Leif Davis fan. But I'm going to pick Connor Townsend on your left, Ben Johnson on your right, Sam Morsey, Jens Kajust in the middle. Now, this is where it gets tricky. If we've got everybody fit and available, I would be starting Julio Enciso, and I'll probably be starting Amari Hutchinson. I don't think, if they're both fit, that they both start. I think Kieran's not a gambler. I think probably one of them possibly might start, and that'd be Amari. And I'd have Jack Clark as well. That'd probably leave Jaden Philogene out on the bench. But then he could play Philogene and he could play Jack Clark. But I think that leaves a little bit, I think a bit weak in that area anyway. So I'd go with Amari, Jack Clark, Liam Delap leading the line. Obviously George Hurst off the back of that goal. He was being watched, wasn't he, by Steve Clark on Monday. So he could get a call up to Scotland because he qualifies, I think, because his grandparents. So he'll be on the bench, chomping at the bit to get on. Tough test for Town going to Selhurst. Yeah, obviously they got no Mateta off after his unfortunate injury, so he'll be out. But Eddie Nketiah will probably come in. Adam Wharton, quality player in midfield, he's back fit now. Eze, they got Mark Gahey. They're a very good side. They're obviously into the FA Cup quarterfinals. They've got a trip to the Cottage where they play Fulham. So it's going to be a tough task for Town. Obviously, Palace want to climb up the league and get up the league a few places. They're not a million miles away from teams like Brighton and Bournemouth, but they're going to have to pick that run up. Obviously, they beat us 1-0 at Portman Road back in earlier in the season. 1-0, and it was a comfortable 1-0 victory, I thought, that day. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on Saturday. I'm going, obviously, looking forward to getting down to Selhurst. Proper football ground. We've got the Palace Ultras in the corner. We've got a lot of pillars in the ground, so if you're sitting a bit further back, you ain't going to have the greatest view, I'm afraid. But yeah, look, we really need a positive result. A lot of people, town fans, talking about Cunha's ban for Wolves. I did put a tweet out earlier saying it's irrelevant, really. Whatever ban he gets, unless we start winning games, it ain't going to make a shit's worth of difference. Excuse my language, but it's not really, is it? You're going to have to, town are going to have to start winning games. We can't keep saying, oh, we were unlucky in this game, we played well in that game. There's points on the board that matter now with 11 to go. If you're looking at the fixtures, I see Bournemouth has been changed. That's moved from the Tuesday to the Wednesday night. 3rd of April, I think it is now. 7:45 kickoff. Will be a mass scramble for tickets for that one, because I think we only get, what, 1,300 there. Not sure if they're going to bring in another, maybe a 40-point mark for that game, because otherwise I'm on 48, people on 30. It's going to be a massive scramble that first day to get a ticket. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, Saturday, I'll give you my prediction. I was on the Back of the Nest pod with D. If you haven't seen it, it is available to watch back. Also, he's done a brilliant preview. It's out on the channel. Go and have a look at that. Also, I'm on the 12th Man Show tonight, 9 p.m, with Dan Potts and the gang. Might only have a few more shows of me if we get relegated. I'll be binned, won't I? And they'll have some Sheffield United and Burnley and Leeds fans on there. So I'm looking forward to that. If you're a loose end at 9, tune in. But yeah, prediction for Saturday. I think it's going to be very tough for Town. If we can defend like we did the other night, I think we're going to have half a chance. And it means if we get a chance on the break, we've got to put it away, because I think chances might be a bit of a premium. So I'm going to go Palace 1, Ipswich 1. Not a great, look, it'd be a good point, but we need to start putting 3 points on the board. But if we can win there, I think really we're going to have to win one of these next two, because Wolves have got Everton Saturday and then they've got Southampton at home. And I mean, Southampton at home is the biggest gimme in the Premier League, isn't it? Unless you're Ipswich Town and you're going shit the bed. Anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. 180 likes. Hit subscribe. We need 20 more subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you at the weekend on the Sunday Stroll. All the best.